Wendy Williams has made a shocking announcement. She and Ricky Gervais are now speaking out about Ellen DeGeneres. They claim they want to reveal who Ellen really is and discuss how she allegedly helped silence people who spoke against her. For 19 years, the Ellen DeGeneres show was one of the biggest shows on TV. During that time, both Ricky Gervais and Wendy Williams were involved in public disagreements with Ellen. In this video, we'll look at those conflicts and why they're speaking out now.
You know, we haven't seen you really around since the Golden Globes, where
they
you
keep
were
a low profile.
Yeah, well, they attacked you, but they said that you were mean and rude, and you were surprised at that. You were surprised. Let me just read one of the things they
I
thought
am mean
was...
and rude. I'm surprised they attacked me for it, though.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Ricky Gervais hosted the Golden Globe Awards 5 times between 2010 and 2020. During his final time as host, he delivered one of the most talked-about opening monologues in awards show history. He joked about some of the biggest names in Hollywood and even referenced Jeffrey Epstein, suggesting that many powerful people in the entertainment industry did not want to be linked to him. At the time, his comments sparked major reactions from both the audience and the media. This happened in early 2020, years before later developments in the Epstein case kept the story in the headlines.
What made you think, you know what, I'm just going to hammer him? I don't care what the...
Well, I thought, when they said, do you want to host the Golden Globes, all that stuff I said in the show was true. I said, I'm going to write my own jokes. Right? And I thought, who do I pander to? The 200 richest people in the room or the 200 million people watching at home who aren't winning awards, who aren't millionaires? And it was a no-brainer. I was doing it for them, you know, and I didn't want to... It wasn't set out to hurt their feelings, but it was... If you're going to make it a spectator sport, then you better have something. There better be something in it for the people at home.
And it wasn't the first time Ricky Gervais had criticised powerful organisations. In one of his stand-up specials, he also took aim at the BBC, a major broadcaster connected to many high-profile award shows. Over the years, Ricky has often joked that some powerful people in the entertainment industry hide behind their fame and influence. He has repeatedly suggested that Hollywood ignores serious problems involving abuse and misconduct. Through his comedy, Ricky tried to draw attention to those issues and encourage people to ask difficult questions.
The pedo hunter shows, on the other hand, there's usually a couple in the crew just in case, you know what I mean? Particularly if it's a BBC production. Oh, shut up.
It wasn't that Ricky Gervais wasn't nervous. He knew his jokes could upset some of the most powerful people in Hollywood and might even affect his career. But he still chose to say what he wanted at the time. Many people treated his comments as just another comedy routine and laughed them off. However, some viewers later pointed to the audience's reactions, noting that not everyone seemed amused. Whether people agreed with Ricky or not, his monologue became one of the most talked about moments in Golden Globe history.
Some of the riskiest comedy of your career has been delivered live to millions of people around the world and a room full of some of the world's most famous film stars and directors and producers when you were hosting 5 Golden Globe ceremonies between 2010 and 2020, I think. Yeah. Did you set out each time primarily to, puncture the pomposity of that world of celebrity and to expose some of the absurdities and what you saw as the hypocrisies of Hollywood?
Yes, and that got more honed and more targeted and more important and more liberating as I went along. Do I bite the hand that feeds me? Well, the answer is yes. Because who am I doing it for? Am I doing it for the 200 egos in the room, the most privileged people on the planet? Or am I doing it for the 200 million people around the world watching who aren't winning a Golden Globe, who aren't multi-millionaires? Of course I'm doing it for them. I'm the fat bloke on the couch eating potato chips watching this. And I played that card. I shouldn't be there. I purposely played the outsider. I walked out with a beer. I walked out, I didn't look like them. I didn't act like them. I didn't think like them. The truth is, I do know some of them. I have got things in common with some of them. I'm an actor, I'm an entertainer. I was there as a comedian. And I think that, again, particularly in British comedy, a stand-up is a court jester. We're down with the peasants, laughing at the king. You've got to be in the mud with them.
Ricky Gervais is well known for his bold and controversial jokes. But during his final Golden Globes monologue, the mood changed when he mentioned Jeffrey Epstein. While many people laughed, Others appeared noticeably uncomfortable, and the speech quickly became one of the most talked about moments of the night. Ricky has not returned to host the Golden Globes since 2020. Although some fans believe his monologue played a role, there is no official confirmation that he was banned because of it in the years that followed. The Epstein case remained in the public spotlight as court records and other documents continued to be released. Those developments renewed interest in Ricky's jokes and led many people to revisit his 2020 speech. Another television personality who has often spoken her mind is Wendy Williams. Over the years, she has openly criticized several powerful celebrities, including Ellen DeGeneres. Wendy has also been involved in a highly publicized legal guardianship, though the court has said it was related to concerns about her health rather than her public comments. When Ellen announced that her daytime talk show was ending, many celebrities praised her career. Wendy, however, focused on the workplace controversy surrounding the show. She argued that the allegations from former employees should not be ignored and claimed that Ellen had a side the public rarely saw.
And here's the thing. I'm glad that you thanked your Ellen fans, or whatever you call your nation. But 19 years on TV doesn't change your life. It exposes you for the person that you really are. Suzanne, you've been around the block.
Yes, I have been around the block. No, but I've been in this business for a while.
A long time.
I've worked with some all different types of hosts.
Yes.
And there's a lot that goes on.
Behind the scenes.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that all the guests are happy. I was a guest, I wasn't happy. Just saying, Norman. Mm-hmm. And people called me out on it before I was able to say anything about it. Like, oh my gosh, that was... Joelle, you know what I'm saying. You've been around the block.
Wendy Williams often spoke openly about powerful people in the entertainment industry and wasn't afraid to share controversial opinions. While many celebrities stayed quiet, she frequently questioned the behavior of famous figures and criticized the culture in Hollywood. During one appearance on the Ellen DeGeneres show, Wendy and Ellen exchanged jokes and playful comments that some viewers later interpreted as tense. Some fans believe Ellen's remarks were meant as harmless humor, while others felt they sounded like a warning. Wendy later said she believed Ellen had a side that the public rarely saw. Wendy also made public comments about Sean Diddy Combs and other influential people in the music industry. In one interview with Diddy, the conversation became noticeably uncomfortable after he mentioned Wendy's son. Some viewers saw the exchange as an attempt to intimidate her, while others viewed it as part of a heated interview. Whatever the intent, the moment has continued to spark debate among fans.
Wendy Williams, this is back in 1998, in the call that got her fired from Hot 97, Hot 28.
I just want to know, do you really think that every player is gay, or every other player is a thing? Are you a little gay obsessed, do you think?
I'm not gay obsessed, and every other would be an exaggeration, but I would say 2 out of 10.
Okay.
In sports, and 5 out of 10 in music.
Okay.
Yes, and I don't think that's gay obsessed. I think that's after being in this business for over 20-something years and seeing things from the inside out and the outside in.
So next thing she knows, she's fired. And then, again, that was 1998. And then she spoke to Howard Stern in 2006, and he brought it up. Watch this.
Did you get fired for making fun of Puffy?
Something like that. Well, listen, you figure it out. You do the music of what was playing back in 1998 on the majority of every radio station 25 times an hour.
Okay, it's not a denial. And the last but not least, Diddy went on the Wendy Williams show in 2017. So now we're, many years after her firing, almost 20 years after her firing because of that comment. And he makes some comment about her son. Watch this.
As the mother of a now 16-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Who I met backstage, he
did?
He's a great young man.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. You represent a lot.
You can see how awkward she is as soon as she hears they met. And he's now got a visual on the son. And I would submit to you, Wendy Williams was concerned to hear that the two of them had an exchange backstage.
Well, I think that clip is really interesting because it takes a lot to trip Wendy Williams up. I mean, this is a woman who would get on TV 5 days a week, much as you do, and speak extemporaneously, you know? And this is her world. She's been in it forever. And Sean Combs, you can tell my opinion, that she's taking that as a not so thinly veiled threat.
Wendy Williams was one of the biggest names in daytime television for many years. She became famous for her bold personality, honest opinions, and her willingness to discuss celebrity stories that other hosts often avoided. During the peak of the Wendy Williams show, many celebrities paid close attention to her popular Hot Topics segment because she was known for speaking her mind in recent years. However, Wendy's life has changed dramatically. She has faced serious health challenges and has been involved in a court-ordered guardianship that has limited her independence. Some of her supporters believe she has been treated unfairly and question the decisions made about her care, while court filings have said the guardianship was put in place because of concerns about her health. The situation has sparked ongoing public debate.
A horrible person to me. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's the way he moves with other people. You know what I'm saying? And what's going on with these other people at my apartment in Miami? What are you doing? Oh, you spent on what? And what is going on at Wells Fargo?
The terms of Wendy's guardianship seem to be extreme. I've spoke to her several months ago, and she just sounds like the same Wendy. Yes, is she quirky? Sure. Is she eccentric? Sure. She always has been.
And now a new revelation. Her team says a new medical evaluation ordered by Wendy's court-appointed legal team, finding she does not have frontotemporal dementia.
She does not have frontal lobar dementia. So that should be game, set, match.
Wendy was one of the first television hosts to raise concerns about how young performers were treated in the music industry. She often questioned why some parents allowed their children to spend so much time around powerful celebrities and executives. Years before the recent legal cases involving Sean Diddy Combs became public, Wendy had openly criticized him on her show. She argued that parents should be more careful about who they trusted with their children's careers. According to Wendy, some parents were so focused on fame and success that they ignored warning signs or failed to ask difficult questions.
You know, what's worse? You know, hip-hop wearing skirts or hip-hop being closeted and having a plethora of kids to prove manhood that, you know, and denial of something that you shouldn't have to deny, which is your sexuality. So I hear what Jamar is saying, but we come from a very homosexual era of hip-hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time. Her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now. So,
do you think now with people like Frank Ocean coming out of the closet, even though he's not exactly a rapper, but he definitely overlaps into the rap community? Do you think that we're gonna have a time where it's cool to be a gay rapper?
I don't know.
As more information related to the Epstein case became public, many people began taking a closer look at some of Hollywood's most powerful figures. Some celebrities have chosen to move away from the spotlight or even relocate to other countries, leading to plenty of speculation online. However, there is no evidence that they left because they were trying to avoid lawsuits or investigations. Ellen DeGeneres has moved to the United Kingdom, but she has not publicly said that the move was related to any legal concerns. Meanwhile, Sean Diddy Combs has faced numerous civil lawsuits, along with criminal charges that have drawn widespread media attention. Those developments have led some people to look back at Wendy Williams' past comments and argue that she raised concerns about powerful figures in the entertainment industry long before many of these cases became public.
Growing fallout over the latest release of the Epstein files, Hollywood mogul Casey Wasserman is selling his sports marketing and talent agency after his suggestive emails with Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell were revealed. Here's ABC's investigative reporter, Olivia Rubin.
Tonight, outrage over the Epstein files forcing a Hollywood heavyweight, talent agent Casey Wasserman, to sell his namesake firm following the release of his suggestive emails with longtime Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell. In a note to employees, Wasserman writing he had become a distraction for the agency, which represents thousands of celebrities, performers, and athletes. He revealed the sell-off is already underway, following the departure of Grammy Award-winning singer Chappell Roan and soccer legend Abby Wambach. Among those newly released messages, Wasserman, who flew on Epstein's plane in 2002 for a Clinton Foundation-led humanitarian delegation, writing to Maxwell in March 2003, "I think of you all the time, so what do I have to do to see you in a tight leather outfit?" Maxwell responding in April, offering to give him a massage that can, quote, drive a man wild.
Wendy Williams has paid a heavy personal and professional price over the years. Many of her supporters believe she was unfairly treated because she often spoke out about powerful people and difficult issues in the entertainment industry. Others who have publicly accused influential figures of wrongdoing have also described facing serious personal and legal challenges. In some cases, alleged victims and whistleblowers have said they experienced intimidation or retaliation after coming forward. Their stories have fueled ongoing debates about accountability and the risks of speaking out against powerful people.
How dare him? How dare him? I control me.
Well, and you know your limits, you know.
Let me tell you something right now. I don't need Will for anything.
Carolyn Andriano and Lee Patrick were among the people connected to the investigations involving Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Years apart, both died from accidental drug overdoses. According to official reports, their deaths led to widespread discussion and speculation online because of their connection to the high-profile case. However, authorities have publicly ruled both deaths as accidental overdoses. Here's what the mother of one of the victims had to say.
It makes me sick. Literally turns my stomach.
That's Dorothy Granert's Feeling, whose daughter, Carolyn, was recluded by Epstein when she was only 14 years old. According to her mother, the unimaginable acts that she lived in Epstein's mansion haunted her for years.
A wreck. Because she would disappear out of shame.
Authorities declared her daughter Carolyn dead due to an overdose in May of last year. She left behind 5 children and her mother. The only person somewhat responsible was Jeffrey Epstein, who committed suicide in jail.
I couldn't even sleep in my room because I've got all Carolyn's artifacts of memories we made. And I said to my son, I said, I can't sleep in my own room. All I see is Carolyn.
Right now, Wendy is continuing her legal fight to end her guardianship. In recent medical evaluations, some doctors reportedly found that she did not show signs consistent with dementia, leading her legal team to challenge earlier claims about her condition. Wendy has repeatedly said that she is being kept under restrictions against her wishes and wants to regain control of her own life. The guardianship remains the subject of ongoing legal proceedings, with both Wendy and the court-appointed parties presenting their positions.
So, our recent events have been unbelievable. Talk about it.
We came back from dinner, and apparently police were called. But I was told that at some point, police were called because the coterie here was saying allegedly that I took my aunt from this facility and whisked her away without any sort of confirmation or approval, which according to everything that we have learned in terms of this whole situation, wondering exactly how that correlates with the statements that the guardian has made that Wendy is able to come and go as she pleases,
right,
and that there are no family visits that are blocked.
Clearly, they are lying to me when they say I can go out and do what I want to do. This is my niece, Alex. She just flew in from Miami, okay? I just came from the hospital. So we are going out to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate what? I don't know. I'm from the hospital. You know what I'm saying? And of life. Right. And this is what has been done to us.
We're good. We're back.
We're good.
We're back in one piece.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Several journalists and commentators have questioned how Wendy Williams has been treated and have continued to discuss the controversies surrounding her guardianship and the entertainment industry. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. What do you think about the claims, the ongoing debate surrounding Wendy Williams, and the controversies involving Ellen DeGeneres? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.